Yes. So, good morning.
Good morning.
My view is really to provoke a kind of reaction to really see the two mode of thinking, and when the society is under transitions into what's so-called modern and even postmodern or supermodernity, then it is very much critical period that we have to really see, and we have to open really many discussion and sometimes dispute that is very much open to the young. We have to really open this up. Otherwise, you will control the domination way of thinking. I think it's very important that the Asian Theological Forum is coming up, and I'm very happy that we are coming from different cultures, different contexts, and now we come together. I would like to elaborate my view of process. It's very near to a cycle of Father Desmond, pastoral style. But for me, I call motivation, because to work with the young in the modern way, and you learn to be how technological know-how. No? Most of the students now are learning in order to get a job. The motivation is for that. So how with this involved with this theology, how the motivation come from? So the motivation that I talk is very closely with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Can I use? Can I allow Father?
If those who want to take a picture, photographic,
yes,
and please do now, and otherwise actually erase now.
Yeah.
Wait.
Please. You have to have this in your mind, because it's very important.
Okay. Erase.
I've been taught very much on. I have no time to talk about reconstruct of the values. Actually, Father Desmond give a summary just now. It was exactly what I contextualize what we are in, no? Because I'm not the tribe myself, but how to enter dialogue with that shamanist in certain sense of cultural values, the sacred sense of sacredness, holistic, into this modern and postmodern of the industry. Now it has become post-industry already, you know. So, society has developed into this 4 steps, or if you talk in terms of sociology, they are in this pre-modern, modernized also, no? And post. Some country is already post into the postmodern. So it's a fact. Father said just now, this is shamanic culture. This is religious culture. Very lucky. This is around. This is industry. Culture. Now, this is post-industry. So it needs a lot of certain, in China, there is some void of values, no? That is, the young people are really needed. So now, what? Very important. We are here. We are somehow here. This is the young generation. You are here. You are, somehow you have lost this. You have something from this. But you are mostly this one. No? It is really this industry is coming from where? I explained yesterday. It's coming from 1750 CE. When the Enlightenment come, Enlightenment bring out scientific world, no? You understand that it bring out this first evolution is Enlightenment. It bring out scientific world. Worldview. So that worldview is Newton. Newton see things very materialistic, technical. Newton, Charles Darwin, no? Of evolution and mechanics, all that is scientific. It uses rationality and empirical system of methodology. The method is empirical. Everything must be quantity, count, can be sensitive. So this, then after that, it brings out this industrial revolution. So industrial revolution use this scientific into tech, and now it become high technology, computer and IT, all that. Then there is another one, is political revolution of France, 1789. So these three revolutions bring about the modern world. So it's very important to understand that, I quote, it's coming from the debate on modernity of concilium. All theologians of the world write about this time of modernism. Oh, okay. So this modernism comes through educational system. Educational system is really going on the world. Every university is kick the religion out of the school. They kick out, no? Especially in France, in Europe, or in our Asian country, it become, you know how to become? It become the secular world. So this is what is really influence me, myself. It's those who questioning this use the word called disenchantment. So this world, because of secularization, is disenchant of the world. So the world industry become material and become ism also, and become consumerism. So this is an analysis of the theological people in concilium. So I just try to brief because very important. So it clearly what we call disenchantment of the values of religion and of the cosmic here, which is very far away. This time is only 200 years. And here, it's so long, its traditions. Humanity is about, how many? The world is 450 million years. So, this evolution, the people have certain mystic understanding, wisdom of the world. So I think it's very important to understand this. But now, this one is really sometime is out. This one is saying that, this is what? Animism, take away. You see? Father said, it is animism. There is nothing. So I think this 3-4 system of culture is still exists, but this is really predominant. Yeah, and here, really controlled. Even Jungkan Bunman, no? Jungkan Bunman, the very famous of theologian from Germany, said this revolution here becoming modern totalizations. So
Totalizing, yes.
yeah, totalism, no? Also it become totalitarianism. So the modern become control everything in our life, until the anthropologists called Bourdieu called that this is indoctrinate human, the human being, myself and you, become habitus. Habitus means that this worldview is become your own house. It's enter into yourself. The one who explained this is Bourdieu. Okay, I will not explain more than that because I will come back how theology with because you have to be here and you have to be here. No, this is a fact that Dr. Paul said. It's very important. I really agree with you very much. No, in Asia, you have heard about China. Now you have India. Our Southeast Asia, we are on the transition. We are from transition into industry, into modern totalitarianism. This is very much affected ourselves. So, Father, the one who went, Gaspar said, this is globalization, globalization of neoliberalism. So this is the one. This is the old one. So this one become globalized. It's confront all over the world. Now we are talking about Asia. Asia is really into that transition. Now, I think for me this is a very good analysis to help us to see we are in this context. Really, we are in this. This is our context. We are here. We have been studying here, and we also questioning Father Joseph from China, have been said the young people of China is void of values because they are experience of industrialization, that materialistic. They are thirst for the values. They thirst for values. Thirsty, really thirsty. How, as he said, how to reconstruct, or say, I explain this. This is my experience. I will not stop here, but I would like to confront, in order to bring these values, the mystic values, which is in the nature. All the nature has this mystic. This is the worldview of the shaman. It's about more than 8,000 years. In China, in India, in all that. That is our heritage. But it's going to be away. As he said, you cannot put it in the zoo. It is real. You cannot, what do you call that, make a zoo for the tribe. You cannot do it. You must not do it. If you do it, you are in dinosaur, in dinosaur. You cannot do that. That is very true when Dr. Paul said. But how are we going to really, as Father said, we have to enter into experience, exposure, immersion, to experience. This is very important. Father said, faith require understanding. But as also he said, it's not enough. It requires experience of transcendence. So now you are here. You are going to do, because every one of you have this experience. With or without conscience, don't bother. You have experience about religion, about Jesus, about Buddha, about Muslim, or some cultures of the people here. So you have it. And it is formed you somehow or other, so that you are here. So this is, I would like to see, we are really challenged. I, as a priest, I cannot say, you must to believe in Jesus. Cannot. Jesus has to be in your context. I cannot say, you have to come here. I cannot do that. Otherwise, I am indoctrinated. I cannot do that. But what you can be, open this forum. It's very important. The forum, I agree with Dr. Paul very much. It's coming from many places. So that we are challenged to give the answer, theological, to this system of thinking, which is now crisis. It is in a crisis. Every crisis is here. Now, okay, I think I stop here first, because it helps us to see at least, to see that we are not in the current. We are not indoctrinated. Now we are doing something to understand it. Okay, now to understand it first, then how we are going to do it. This is very important. How? What is it? Father have said how. No? The pastoral cycle.
Yes. Spiral.
For me, I use the 5 steps of motivation. Because this spiral has to have a real motivation in order that you can come out from this and reconstruct something to create new things. I based on that pastoral spiral. Now, this is what? Now this is the Asian way also. First, this is spiral also. This is not a circle. It is a spring. It's not a spiral like this. We call spring. You know when spring is going like that, it has the force within itself. No? We call spring. So first, I call pulling motivation. So, you, young, right here, you understand this reality. This is a reality. So the pulling motivation is coming from reality. That is changing enormously, fast change. So that it is outside, isn't it? It's not. So you sees it, you analyze it, you experience it, you expose to it. So it is becoming something pulling you to it. Like yesterday you go to exposure immersion, it's pulling you out and you walk into it, isn't it? So this is what we call pulling motivation. If you don't have this pulling motivation, you will be your own, complacent. I don't want to see the other people. Then the second one is it going deep. We call inner journey. It's very important. The inner journey is the process of theologizing. This is the fundamental of FABC. Have to start from life and context. It must be a contextualized theology. If you are doing theology, you have to start with context, reality. That is very complex and very dynamic. So I give you more. This fast change, it's very complex and very pluralism, and it is fixed and flux also. Flux means it change, shift by. It's going like that. But sometimes it's fixed, sometimes it's flux. It's go fixed and flux. Now, the second one is pushing motivation. Pushing motivation, now you know about things by yourself. You study. So here is a study course. You study, Father said, I said, you have experienced yesterday, the 2 days, you know something. You have learned. So this one becomes something in you, but it puts you on the head. Knowledge is in the head. Is in the head. But so many students study sociology, but why they are not doing? Why? The priests like me know a lot about theology, know a lot about God, But why I am still dominate the women?
They are far away from the context.
That's it. That's it. That is theology. Academic up there is far. It is very good. It needs another motivation. The third motivation is so important. Is a direct motivation. She is a woman. It is a direct motivation that you are doing theology, isn't it? It's not someone force you. That is so important. It is so important that you are facing the problem with your own. The young generations in China face the void values by their own. That is direct motivation. They are searching from within. No? It needs a direct experience of that. So that is, you have to really question yourself. Who am I? Who am I? Where I am from? What happened to me here? That I'm going to talk about OI here. OI have to really understand who I am. I'm the current. I am the student in the modern. I have to understand, really conscious. The fourth one is, now it comes to another thing that is so important, we call supportive motivation. Supportive motivation. What is support you? When you are understand about women problem in the church, why you are going to study theology? Why?
I see and I experience with the whole women who become victims of the patriarchy system.
Because faith explained in patriarchal. So you go to study faith or theology in order to support the direct experience from you. It is support you to talk about theology of the woman, even empowerment you know, in your faith. So this is so important. Then it's not enough. Then it goes very inside. The inner journey, the last motivation is the inner experience of God, of the truth, the Atman, the Om is coming from here. The word of life. So we call the inner motivation. So this is the very important that you meet with God in your experience, in your life. And from here, you are going to come out, we call outward journey. When you are come out, face here. You are facing here, you are facing here, you are facing here. That is the real world. You are not going to be the current, but you are out because the inner motivation is become an energy to go out, to be witness to Jesus Christ, to be witness to your values, to transform the world, as you say. So, this one is the fifth motivation to come for actions. This action is really involved in the reality again. So I think it helps the Pascal spiral. So you call inner journey. In this process of your life, you enter, and then you have to come out. We call the dialectic way of in and out and in and out. This is motivations. So I think it helps us not to dichotomize. This one has to be really reconstruct, because we construct something from here, and we have to reconstruct again here. Of theology. So I stop here first, then will help you to, I will talk again about this organic intellectual and the last thing. Okay, now what is very important of theologizing is, you know about review of life, huh?
So time getting over.
Yes. Okay, last word. The review of life is to review the experience of being alive. So this is what you everyone are going to construct your theology here. So theology is coming from the faith experience there, where it is experience of your life itself. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.